Hey there, Daniel here from Forzando Arts, and we are fired up because a package has finally arrived. We've been waiting a very long time for it, and we can't wait to unbox it with you as we add a very special, brand new, and rather rare instrument to our ever-growing collection of sets of handbells and hand chimes that we make available to schools, community ensembles, and churches all over the place through our Forzando Arts instrument program. And you can learn more about that at forzando.art/instruments. That link is in the description below. Now, I know you've read the video title, you know what I'm going to be opening here, but I want to take a moment just to appreciate the, shall we say, magnitude of this instrument. Now, all of us here in the handbell world, we know that we have a pretty special instrument and that we get to pick our range. You know, a lot of other instruments, like a piano, you get your 88 keys and that's your piano, right? But with handbells, you might start with 2 or 3 octaves, and then if you're very fortunate, be able to grow that out to 5 octaves. And so let's take a moment to explore that. So, of course, C5 here is our handbell middle C on our music, but that's of course an octave higher in concert pitch. But let's have a listen to that. Here's our middle C. That's C5. And if we were playing a 3-octave set of bells, that would take us down here to C4 and up here to C7. So all the way down here to a C4 and all the way up here to a C7. All right, you can play a lot of music with 3 octaves. And if you're particularly lucky, you may have access to 5 octaves of handbells. And that takes you all the way up here to this little tiny petite C8. And would you believe they even make a C9? We don't have one of those. And then all the way down here to this wonderful C3. It sounds so good. Oh yeah. And this, this weighs something. It's like having a bowling ball kind of here on a stick. So if you want to go lower than that, you got to go bigger. So you could come over here to these beautiful hand chimes, which don't even fit really in your hand, and you work your way down an octave from that C3 is this beautiful C2. And while that's a very pure and sweet tone from this glorious amplified tuning fork, we can do better, and we will. Folks, we're going to open up this brand new C2 handbell. Now, this being YouTube, thinking about where I wanted to open this and how I wanted to open this, I wanted to keep it in frame, and so I thought I could get a ladder and climb up and open this from above and set it on the table, but that would be stupid. And although there are a lot of stupid things on YouTube, that's not going to be one of them. So I'm going to bring this down here so we can open it safely. We've been waiting a very long time for this. This is going to be awesome. All right. Now, all of these instruments, the handbell instruments, are all from Malmark. We have several sets of those in various ranges that we offer all over the place. Oh yeah. And then these hand chimes over here, which we have a couple of sets of, are made by Malmark, which is the same company that made this handbell. And we just have to appreciate this. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. Malmark does a very good job with their packaging here. Got some nice corner bumpers here. Make sure everything stays in good shape. I noticed on the side of the box here, UPS looks like they they didn't drag it behind the truck, but this definitely was transported on its side. But everything looks in pretty good shape. Set that aside. Okay. Oh, look at that. All right, let me spin this around so you can really appreciate it here. One octave down from C3 is the C2 that's in this brilliant case. But before we open it, no, just kidding. All right, we have a set of 6 latches, 3 on the back, 3 on the front, and something I really love here, Malmark puts the pitch name right here on the front. Let's see if I can spin that so I can see it. There we go. So that you can see it up there. Yeah, no, all right. Malmark. Sorry, I'm just too giddy. This is so much fun. Malmark puts the pitch name here, and they actually split it between the bottom of the case and the lid so that you can put all the instruments back together with their cases. I am totally speechless on this. Okay. We're going to undo these latches here in the back. And we have the 3 on the front. Oh, sweet. All right, here we go, folks. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Check that out. You know, I'm just now appreciating that this beautiful instrument is packed in what appears to be a garbage bag. And I just think that's hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's unwrap this puppy for the very, very first time. Oh, check that out. It's beautiful. And we have a nice protective block here that sits over and inside the handle here, and that interfaces with a piece here inside the lid. Flip that over so you can see it. Yep, so there's a nice padded block here inside, and that has a hole in it that fits around the handle, and then the block pushes down on this, and that keeps the bell properly seated inside the base. Very good attention to detail from Malmark there. Okay, so set that aside. Move the bag. All right, folks, it's a C2. Should we ring it? Let's take a look at it first. All right, so well, first off, there is a bag on this clapper, and it's a lamb's wool clapper. Compare that here. So it's not quite the same diameter. It's a tad smaller than the lamb's wool mallet that we use on the Malmark chimes, but it's very, very soft. And as you can see here in the base, of the case, we have a hole here that accommodates the clapper because the clapper, as you can see, actually protrudes wider than the mouth of the bell, or longer than the mouth of the bell. All right. Just like a Schulmerich handbell, there is a little campaniform, a little bell icon here to show us which way to ring it. I think we should give this a go. What do you think? Here you go, C2. Yeah. Listen to how long that goes. Let's do that again. Brilliant. And one more just to hear it, how it sounds with the rest of these guys here. Oh, wow. Now what's interesting here, obviously this is a different color. This handbell, this C2, is made out of aluminum, and the C3 here is made out of bronze. And bronze is a denser metal than aluminum, and it's quite a bit heavier as a result. And what's interesting is that, you know, this is, I haven't put these on a scale and checked it yet. I know that the aluminum C2 is about 14 pounds, and that C3 feels like it's almost exactly the same weight. Okay, hold up. Future me here from the edit bay. It turns out when you are giddily unwrapping a brand new instrument, you don't remember things as well as you'd like to. It is in fact the bronze C2 from Malmark that is 14 pounds. That's 6.3 kilos. And the aluminum C2 is actually 9.6 pounds, or 4.4 kilos. And the C3 bronze handbell from Schulmerich is right at 7 pounds, which is 3.2 kilos. So they do feel very similar in your hands, but there is a little more than 2 pounds difference between the C2 and the C3 bronze bells. Okay, on with the show. We are very excited to be adding this C2 to our collection of instruments that we make available. Our goal at Fort Sando Arts is to make handbell music accessible to anyone. We believe that handbells are an ideal introductory instrument to learn musicianship on, and we want to make it possible for groups all over the place to be able to, you know, at least have a chance to play amazing instruments like the lower octave here of hand chimes, or all the way down here in the twos. And in addition to all the instruments we make available, also wanted to draw attention to our heavy-duty bell tree stands and bell tree separator clips. These have been especially popular as of late, while people have been looking for a new way to perform solo literature, and a bell tree is a really neat way to get to do that. So be sure to check these out too. If you have questions about this instrument, please jump in the comments below and ask them. You know, it is inside, it's very much just a regular handbell. It's just really, really big, and it sounds fabulous. Let's do that one more time. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Join us again real soon here. We'll have more handbell awesomeness. Oh, yeah, it's good. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you again soon.